ॐ शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Okay, so as I told you, Vishnu Sahasranama, we are looking at the meanings. This is Nama number 189. We have to start from today. So last time we had seen this Suranandaha, Suranandaha, Suranam Anandaha. So if you remember, I told you that these Namas, they look at Hamsa Avatara. One second. So they all relate to Hamsa Avatara, the Lord's Avatara incarnation in the form of an Hamsa. So basically how Jnanam was given and so on. So that is Suranandaha. That is Hamsa Avatara Upadesham was covered in Suranandaha. Next Nama Govindaha. Now Govindaha, this Nama has already got another meaning. It comes in the Vishnu Sahasranama a few times. In this context, let's look at the meaning. Nashtam vai dharanim purvam avindam vai guhagatam govinda iti tenaham devair vag birabhishtutaha. There is a text called Moksha Dharma Vachanam. From that, you have this definition. So, here the meaning is one who accepts. Now, go literally means all our stutis, prayers, and so on. One who accepts our prayers with the heart, one who becomes happy by listening to our prayers and ensures that our wishes are fulfilled and so on. That is this Govindaha. So, here, if you see the meaning is given, the lords they praised me as Govinda, they prayed to me. They say, uh, here, Shankaracharya describes in his Bhashya, go earth, Vinda, one who attains the earth, Varahavatara. That means one who has bought the earth, Prithvi, from Patal Loka, that is Govindaha. This is one more meaning. Another meaning is one who accepts all our prayers, one who accepts uh, all our, what to say, the pujas, worship, whatever we do, one who listens to us. That is another significance of, that is one more meaning. Okay, now let's look at a story behind this Nama. So once it so happened that in today's Tamil Nadu, in the state of Tamil Nadu, in the city of Madurai, it seemed that Ganga river, when it used to flow, now how the Ganga river has come is Brahma, he was doing Abhisheka. And when he was doing Abhisheka, he used Ganga river. Now Ganga is a river, rather was a river, which is a river which was there in heaven. Okay. And later now it has flowed down on earth as per we know how the ancestors of Rama, Sagara, Bhagirath, Bhagirath and so on, they bought Ganga river. That's how she gets the name of Bhagirathi. So today she is on earth. And it seems that towards the end of Kali Yuga, she'll go back to all the rivers, they will ascend back to heaven. That's how Kali Yuga comes to an end, or you can say the time has come for the world Pralaya Kala and so on. So Saraswati river has already gone. We have Ganga, Yamuna and so on. So this is how it has been mentioned. So here in this context, what happened is, so when Brahma was doing Abhisheka with Ganga water, it seemed that Vishnu, from Vishnu's Padam, she has come in, right? From Vishnu's toe, Ganga river has flowed down. So while this river was flowing, it seemed that it flew also into the state of Tamil Nadu in the city of Madurai. And that's why even today, if you go to Madurai, there the river that flows there, it was in Tamil, the term is called as Alagar Mare. Mare is water. And Alagarmaya is a local term that is called there. And it seemed that this river which flew there was called Nupura Gangai. Nupura Ganga, you can call it in that way. And this is how the river flew there. And here, even till date, if you see in the month of Aipasi, now Aipasi is a Tamil month. Which month is that? Anyone knows? How you? Aipasi month is exactly which Hindu month? Aipasi is roughly which month? Anyone knows? So this month only, right? October, November. So 2 months before. Okay. Okay. Shravan Kartik. Okay. So roughly, I think the Ashwin or the Shravan month you can consider. Not Shravan, Ashwin. Next. Or Bhadrapad. That will be the month roughly. I Kartik. Bhadrapad. Bhadrapad, right? So when we have usually the Ganesh Chaturthi festival and so on, so roughly around that period, you have this Utsava that takes place at this temple of Madurai in the month of Aipasi. Why it is called Aipasi? Why the Tamil month is mentioned? Because you have the state of city of Madurai and the state of Tamil Nadu. So you have the Tamil month that is mentioned. So roughly you can consider October, November, September, and October during the Ganesh Chaturthi festival. So here it so happened that when like an Utsava, this water, river Ganga was being flown there. Once it so happened that Agastya, he came there. Now, Agastya also, if you see, we call him as the sage of Tamil Nadu, right? So, Agastya Muni was always living in South India. He did a lot of Upadesha to Rama also. So, it's not that he lived only in South India, but he is known a lot for the Dravida. Dravida, you can say he covered the southern areas more. So, once Agastya, along with his disciples, he comes to this place and he it seems that he offered a lot of prayers stutis and so on in praise of Lord Vishnu. So in this place of Madurai he comes in Srirangam, some people say usually in Madurai. So a lot of temples here in and around he comes, he offers, he makes a lot of stutis. So by Agastya and his sages lot of stutis and prayers were made. That's how this Nama is called Govindaya Namaha. So one who accepts all our prayers or one who accepts our stutis, that is Govindaha. So Agastya for the first time he had come with his disciples to offer prayers at this place. That's how even till date devotees also go to this place of in Madurai. You go to the city of Madurai and also other places or even at our own homes also. If we offer prayers, the Lord surely accepts that. That is the significance of this Nama, Go Vindaya Namaha. Just as the Lord went and he retrieved the earth from the clutches of Hiranyaksha who had kept it inside from the clutches in from Patala, he went. Why he went? Because all the gods and so on they had prayed to him. So some stuti was being made. And secondly, here you have in this one more example, Agastya, along with his disciples, offered prayers. The Lord accepted the same. So through this Nama, no, it's a very simple story. You don't have to think a lot on this. But the significance behind this Nama is prayers, or you can say faith, is something just as we say, faith can move mountains and so on, right? So of course, it depends on everyone. It's just each one's faith that is there. But if we have faith, surely things change. Or to have a sense of surrender, also prayers, faith. And that's why you see a very simple thing. You go to any temple or something like that. Maybe you don't know anything, you don't know to chant anything, you don't know a lot of prayers or so, but you feel always happy. I'll just give you a very good example that is there. Just yesterday, while just I can relate to it now, so I'm just telling you. Yesterday, while I was returning back from work, I met lady, met a girl who was my age, roughly, I think 2000, so just 23, right? So she works in my same workplace, so we were just coming, but of course, we just met for the first time. So we just casually talking where you live, this, that, and she was from the place where I was traveling. It's quite far, so I was coming to my house, but she lived quite nearby, and from there she was almost coming to the place where I live. So I asked, like, you're casually coming? So she said, no, I just want to go to a place. There is a Gurudwara there. So Gurudwara, that's Sikhs worship. So she said, I want to go there. So I said, okay. So now Gurudwara usually people do go. We go to temples, this and that. So I felt that maybe she was a Punjabi or something like that. But no, she was a Telugu person. So she belonged to Andhra. Her family was in Andhra. Only for work purpose or so, she had come to Mumbai. She is in Mumbai currently. So she lives alone here and so on. So here she said that no, I will go to a Gurudwara, and I said okay, that's nice. So it was quite near my place. So she was asking how should I go, this, that. I told her and so on. So just one thing that she made out. She was new to Mumbai, so then she said that, "Can you just tell me more about temples? Any good temples that I can visit here? Maybe on a weekend or so, I will just go there." So I just told her a few places that are there. So the point is, why I'm telling you all this is, and then later she said that no, I just casually go to I like to go to this place, to the Gurudwara that she goes. She said that I don't belong to that sect at all. I don't know their chants, this and that, but the place gives me a lot of positive vibes. She said, and one more line she added is, I'm not very religious. I don't know many things or so, but I just like to go and sit in that place just because of the environment that is there. I see people coming around worshipping, so I just go and sit at that place. So just this one example I gave you, like this there might be so many people, like even amongst us also, who maybe Just 1 minute. Yeah. So we also like to maybe just go to that place, so we might not be knowing many things. So this was just the name of that place, or just going there, offering our prayers and so on. So that is one more meaning of this nama, Govindaya Namaha. So one who accepts all our stutis that are there. That is another meaning, or he puts in efforts to ensure that. One minute. One second. Hmm. Correct, correct. Yeah. So like this, there can be for each one of us, there can be certain places. So this nama that is there, one simple nama is, one simple meaning is Agastya went, he offered prayers, and that's how it's for everyone. The Lord in the form of Varaha, he went to save Prithvi from the clutches of Hiranyaksha, from Patala, and so on. Why? He listened to the prayers of the gods who were praying up to him. Or even the different incarnations that the Lord takes, all the other gods they pray, or there is some purpose behind every avatara. The Lord listens to their prayers. Similar, this is one simple meaning. A very broad outlook is prayers, or if you have faith also, or just going to the place, just doing something good, that also can move mountains. That's why we have faith, right? So that's why when someone is ill, or when we want to really pray for something, we want something to be fulfilled, we do a lot of prayers, right? And each one of us, we have now, it's personal experience that is it. Someone who says, no, someone is ill in my family, so we'll do some certain chants, prayers, and so on. If the person is, he is fine, he gets cured, it's not only because of prayers, that's not only one reason, it's also the treatment. But still, we did something, it got fulfilled, we have faith, right? Automatically faith comes in. Even if our prayers don't get fulfilled also, it's not that we lose our faith. But then maybe, okay, this was what was destined, we accept that and move away. But even if maybe the person didn't get cured, or I'm just giving you one example, even if the prayer didn't get fulfilled, we have a sense of satisfaction that from our side we put in a lot of efforts, at least for that few minutes that we chanted something every day or so, or we offered prayers, we surrendered, we had faith, we were feeling peaceful. And till the minute things didn't work the way we want, we had faith that was coming. So faith and prayers, I've got a lot of things. You can say a lot of belief. They are quite strong. Of course, it depends on each one's personal choice. So Govindaha, meaning one. And why this has been highlighted here is, all this is, as I told you, all these namas are a part of Hamsa Avatara. So in Hamsa Avatara, the Lord in the form of Hamsa, he comes and he does the Upadesha of Bhakti Yoga to all the gods, the four Sanat Kumaras, Brahma, and so on. So, the importance of Bhakti Yoga that is there has been told by the Lord Himself in the form of Hamsa. And why only Hamsa, as we discussed last time too? Because Hamsa, the swan bird, has got the quality of Nirakshira Viveka Buddhi, to separate milk from a mixture of water and milk. That is, there can be many things that go around in the world, but to accept the right things, to choose the right path, that is upon us. Or there will be five people who don't do anything, but I can be one of that. So to pick up the right things at the right time, that is Nirakshira Viveka Buddhi. Govindaya Namaha is this nama. And the Phalashruti is, if we offer prayers, if we have faith sincerely, the Lord accepts the same. Okay, could everyone follow this nama? Yes? Sorry? Ha, Ola, yeah, what is the name of the temple? Narakargul. Correct, correct. Okay. Narakargul. Okay, okay. So I have not, yeah. So I think people who you have Madurai, yeah, Paramunch, up. Okay, okay. Acha. So the river is still flowing there, right? It is small. Acha. Okay, 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 okay. So people who are, you have visited this place, they will know more. So they have this Nupura Gangai that still flows. It is actually the Abhisheka that was done by Brahma. Okay, next nama we continue. So Govidampati is the next nama, and after that we have another nama wherein we have this Upadesha of Komala Dandakam. So we learn them. Next is Govidampatihi. Now, somewhat related to this nama only, the previous nama. गौरवाणीतां विन्दन्तीति गोविन्दः गोविदः तेषां पतिः विशेषेण इति गोविदां पतिः. Now, Gau refers to speech. Speech is nothing but our prayers or the chants that we do. Those who attain it, those who possess it. Now, let me tell you, this is, now though we call it in general terms as prayer, it can also be good speech, right? Because speech is something, or the way we speak is something which is very, very important. Because now if I speak to you nicely, you like to listen to me, right? But if I speak to you very harshly, saying, or maybe if I'm now explaining and telling you the meanings of Vishnu Sahasranama, there is a certain way. I'm not saying whether I don't know whether I speak in the right way, but still there is a way in which people speak, right? Or maybe my tone is so. We listen to people speaking, we hear them, we feel okay, this person is speaking nicely. Someone is shouting also, automatically we can make out, right? So even possessing good speech is something, for that also we need the blessings of the Lord. Why? Because speech is something which can hurt people, right? The way we speak. In fact, in some of the Subhashitas, I don't know whether I've told you this earlier, in some of the Subhashitas, we have this reference that Brahma, the creator, did not, he has just he has put in efforts to create a few things like weapons and harsh things that are there. In fact, that was not needed at all. All these missiles, weapons, so and so, for killing people or for attacking something, that is not needed at all. Man's tongue itself is more than enough, it seems, to hurt and kill people. That's why when someone tells us something evil, we feel bad, right? Or the way when someone speaks at time, or we ourselves, when we speak harsh to someone, we know how it hurts. We are also, if someone speaks bad, evil, or wrongly to us, we feel bad. Same is for others also. So therefore, having good speech, the way we speak, that is also very, very important. So it may not be only prayers also, it can be even normal speech which has to be good. So Gau refers to speech, those who attain or possesses, that is, they're good speakers. And one who specially, you can say, the Lord who speaks, or you can say a very good orator, or the one who does a lot of upadesha sadhana, and so on, being an excellent speaker, just as Krishna highlights in the Gita also to Arjuna, the way questions should be asked, how a proper speech should be made, and so on. He highlights on such points, that has been highlighted here also in this nama, Govidam Pati. Now the story behind this nama. Now Govidam Pati, this nama, Shankaracharya, he in his bhashya, he explains it me only till this aspect. He doesn't explain it further. He just gives the meaning, saying that one who possesses good speak. Now, good speech in the sense knowledge. Knowledge, whatever knowledge little we have, we should also share it with others. So, speech in this reference, or having good knowledge, refers to the Vedas that are there. Vedas, it can be the Stotra Vangmayam, Itihasas, Puranas, whatever knowledge. So, knowledge in this aspect, as per Shankaracharya, is the four Vedas that are there. Parashara Bhatta, he highlights it further, because and he highlights about Ramanujacharya's the Sangam literature reference, that is Tamil, the Tamil Vedam that we call, so the 100 Pashurams, 30 Pashurams, and the different Pashurams composed by the different Alvars. So that is also included here. So for this, there is a reference. Uh, from Parashara Bhatta, he mentions the story in his uh, Bhagavad Guna Darpanam, which is a commentary on the Vishnu Sahasranama. What is that? Now, when we had now just now we had the Kartik Masa, right? And the Kartik Masa, we have the Kartika Deepotsava that we celebrate, or Kartika Deepa. Now, from that day onwards, roughly, if you see, now next week is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So roughly about a gap of 2 weeks or so, 2 3 weeks, we have the Vaikuntha Ekadashi celebrations. So unless you have the month of Margashirsh, Margari, so lot of things happening, very auspicious for Lord Vishnu, the goddess, and so on. And especially in this Margari month, you chant the Tirupugal. People who know, for this 1 month, you will be chanting this. So Alvars, they saw this. So if you have to be specific to tell you the name Tirumangalvar. Tirumangalvar, he was seeing all this, and he felt that there were people who do things before. That is from the Kartika Deepotsava. Now, even today, if you go to certain Vishnu temples, you will have the Brahmotsava, Kalyanotsava, Utsavas, and so on during the Kartik Masa. But he felt, and then in the beginning of Margari, you have Tirupugal that is being chanted. But he felt that after Vaikuntha Ekadashi, you also have the Vaikuntha Ekadashi Utsavam that takes place 10 days. Anyone knows it takes place? Not Tirupavai, sorry, sorry. Sorry, my mistake. Tirupugal is for Muruga. Tirupavai, correct. The Vaikuntha Tirupavai. Okay, okay. So, this during Vaikuntha Ekadashi, you have the 10 days Utsava that take place. Yeah, I think it is in Srirangam. Anyone knows? It is in which temple? Srirangam, right? 10 days Utsavam that takes place in during the Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Rapatotsava, correct. Rapatotsava. So that this Nama, all the temples. Okay, so okay. So that Utsava that takes place, that is the significance around this Nama, Govidampati, which Parashara Bhatta mentions, and that Rapatotsava, which is there, that is the Utsava starting from Vaikuntha Ekadashi day for the next 10 days, was started by Tirumangalvar. So the Utsava that takes place 10 days starting from Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So he felt that till from the Kartik, you have the Kartik Deepotsava, you have the Utsavas, then the initial starting of the Margai month, Margashirsha month. But till Vaikuntha Ekadashi, people chant. But after that, also for 10 days, there is no Utsava that is being celebrated, and it has to be. People should worship even starting from Vaikuntha Ekadashi till for the next 10 days. That's when he starts this Rapatotsava. And during this time, you have, I think, 10 days. So, roughly, people used to chant 100 Pashurams every day composed by different alvars. So, Tirumangala alvar has also composed a few Pashurams, and then, so about 1000 Pashurams are chanted. So, 100 per day. That's how the Pashurams are chanted during the 10 days of the Rapatotsava. And one name that comes for Ramanujacharya from this. So, how the chanting is done during the Rapatotsava now, I have not seen this personally, but whatever I've read through, I'm just mentioning, maybe few of you might know more about this. During the Rapatotsava, if you see, you have the few alvars, the Jeets who are there, they chant the Tamil Vedam, that is these Pashurams composed by different alvars, that is chanted first. That is, they go ahead with that. Then, in between, you have the Lord who comes on the chariot, the Lord along with Sri Devi, Bhudevi, and behind the Lord you have the Vedas, which are chanted, the four Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva. So this is also first you have the, so that's how the procession takes place, is what is being told. You have the Tamil Vedam, that is the different Pashurams and so on that are chanted. Then you have the Lord in between, along with his consort Sri Devi, Bhudevi, and behind you have the Vedic scholars who chant the four Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. So again, you have a unity between both the Vedas that are chanted, the Tamil Vedam and the original Sanskrit Vedas that are there. So this is how during these 10 days, starting from Vaikuntha Ekadashi, you have these this Utsava that is there. Now the Utsava which was done before, now from Vaikuntha Ekadashi onwards, it was started by this Tirumangalvar. 10 days. First day starting from Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and the Utsava which is done before Vaikuntha Ekadashi. That is roughly around the Kartik Utsava, Kartik Deepotsava time. That was started by Nathamuni. So, people who are aware of this Alvar traditions, Sangam literature reference, you will know more about this. So, Nathamuni, he started this Utsava before Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and Tirumangalvar started this Utsava from the Vaikuntha Ekadashi day. That is nothing but the Rapat Utsava. So this is just one example that is given. So that's why for Ramanujacharya and for all these Alvars and so on, you have one more Nama, Dravida Shruti Rakshakaya Namaha. Shruti is the Vedas, Dravida is nothing but the South or the Tamil Veda that we call. Dravida Shruti Rakshakaya Namaha. This Nama is given here for the Alvars because they put in a lot of efforts to safeguard these Vedas. Now, this is just one example that is given by Parashara Bhatta, that is of this Rapatotsava. Like this, you can refer to anywhere. So it can be any normal pujas that we do, maybe during the Margashirsha time or some other Utsava that happens. Usually, why here it is given is in most of the Vishnu temples, if you see, you have Kalyana Utsava, Brahmotsava, Rapatotsava, like you have in the month of Chitra, then you have now in the month of Margashirsha again during this Vaikuntha Ekadashi time. So you have different Utsavas that keep taking place. Same, even for Shiva also, if you consider, it can be maybe Utsavas like the Maharudram, or you have the Atirudra Yajna, or you have the Mahashivaratri. So that is also, maybe you don't have it during 10 days also, or like the Panguni Utram festival that comes roughly in the month of March to April, which is celebrated for Lord Shiva. So there you have 10 days Utsavas. So all this is done in certain temples. So one who's the leader of all these chants that are there, be it the Vedas, be it the Tamil Vedam, or be it any, now during whenever we have to do a sacrifice, yajna, homa, and so on, there are certain mantras that we chanted, right? chants that are there. Or even if a small function is there, you have to do a Satyanarayana Vrata also, we have the Katha that is read. So one who's a leader of chants or one who accepts all our prayers also, whatever is spoken. That's why here it is given good speakers. Speakers is not just random speech. Maybe it can be something that we chant, be the Vedas, the Gita, and the mantras or so on. So the leader of all these chants is Govidam Patihi. Again, why this nama comes in is why it is now you might be wondering how it is related to Hamsavatara. Hamsavatara, the Lord, in the form of Hamsa, he tells the gods Brahma and the Sanat Kumaras, Brahma, Sanat Kumaras, all other gods that they ask a question, we want to attain moksha. He says you cannot directly attain moksha. Very simple example from if you're in class 1, directly you cannot go to class 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a process. Only if you study till ninth, only if you pass ninth, you can go to 10. So it's the same process. Hamsa also tries to tell. The Lord in the form of Hamsa, he tries to tell the same thing that it's a step by step process. Like Krishna highlights in the Gita, karma, jnana, sannyasa, bhakti, and so on. That's how is the karma yoga, sorry, jnana yoga, jnana karma, jnana sannyasa, bhakti, moksha, and so on. So like this, there are different steps that are there, and then you have the moksha sannyasa yoga. So it's not that okay, today I want to attain moksha. It doesn't happen that way. So Lord also tells the same thing in the Hamsa Avatara. You put in efforts. First, you start with bhakti yogas. So that's why now how bhakti is done. You chant the names of the Lord, you sing his songs, and so on. You do some archana pujas. That is the form of bhakti. So one who does this upadesham, bhakti upadesham, is done by Lord Hamsa Avatara. That's how it is related to this nama. Govidam Patihi. So the nama is Govidam Pataye Namaha as a nama, the leader of all chants. The Phalashruti is we will also attain knowledge of all these chants that are there. We'll also be able to chant a lot of mantras, shlokas, and so on. Okay, could everyone follow this nama? Yes? Okay. Next, we go on to the next verse. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yes, that was started by Nathamuni. Pagalvat Utsav. Okay. Okay. Now next verse that is it. Maricherda Hamsaha Suparno Bhujagotamaha Hiranyanaಭः Sutapah Padmanabhः Prajapatihi. Marichihi. Marichihi is this nama. Now here is where we have this Komala Dandakam that starts. Now there was an Acharya called Varada Vedanta Acharya. Just in recent times he was there. It is maybe in the last century or so you can consider. Varada Vedanta Acharya. Now, he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. He used to continuously chant the Hayagriva mantra and the Ashtakshari mantra and so on continuously. He used to do a lot of japas, but he was very old. So while now usually if you see elder people also when they're old, we have these cataract problems, right? That comes in. So you cannot, your eyesight is not clear. You have that white thing that comes, and it actually the vision is blocked because of that. And he was very old, and he wanted to chant a lot of mantras. He wanted to do a lot of japa and so on. So he prays to this in Sri Rangam, he prays to goddess Mahalakshmi, who's there in the form of Komalavati. So we call her as Komalavati Tayar. That is Mother Komalavati, Devi Komalavati. That's how he composes the Komala Dandakam. So we will learn that sometime once we finish this. So he prays to this Varada Vedanta Charya, he prays to this goddess Komalavati to restore his eyesight back. So basically, he was not blind also, but he had developed those cataract problems. So he prays to her, Komalavati, that you please restore back my eyesight, you remove these problems that are there so that I can read all the texts, the mantras, chant, do a lot of japa, and so on. And Komalavati Tayar, Komalavati is nothing but goddess Mahalakshmi, a form of Komalavati in Sri Rangam. Sorry, a form of goddess Mahalakshmi is Komalavati in Sri Rangam. She restores back Komalavati. Okay. It is Kumbakonam or Sri Rangam? I think it is once. Sharangapani Komala. Yes, it has to be Kumbakonam. Sorry, Varada Vedanta Charya, he belonged to this parampara of Srirangam Ashrama, Srirangam Srimad Ashrama that is there. So he was like the, even today, if you see, I think it is called Srirangam Srimad Andavan Ashrama. So this ashrama, you have the Peethadipatis till date, just as we have the Jeers and so on, you have the Peethadipatis. So this Varada Vedanta Charya, he became the Peethadipati of this place. That is this Srirangam Srimad Andavan Ashrama. And Peethadipati of this place is he attained a lot of knowledge after praying to goddess Komalavati. After composing this Komaladandakam, chanting that in praise of the goddess, he attained a lot of knowledge, and he belonged to this parampara. He belonged to this Peetha, as I told you. Srirangam, Srimad Andavan Ashrama. Correct. Komalavati is the consort of uh, Sarangapani in Kumbakonam. Correct. And here, why he composes this Marichihi, this Nama, why it comes, and why he had composed this is Komaladandakam is a text wherein he says that my eyes caused me a lot of problem. It's not that I did not have my physical eyes inside. I had that inside. Little it developed problems. My eyesight was restored. That is fine. But only use of physical eyes is not at all enough. My inner eye should also open. Inner eye should also open. Goddess Komalavati, she blessed him with the opening of the inner eye. Now, what is the inner eye? Inner eye is nothing but Jnanam. So, all these namas are again related to Hamsa Avatara, that is Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and so on. So, that is, if you just look at things, now all of us we have eyes, right? We are blessed with eyesight. You look at things, you look at 10 things, right? You go to, I'll give you a simple example. You go to the market, you go to a clothes store, a cloth store. You want to buy a dress for yourself. Maybe your birthday is coming, something like that. There are thousands of clothes in the store. Do we go and buy all the thousand clothes? No. I can see all the thousand clothes with my physical eyes, but my inner eye guides me somewhere that I need only one, I need only two, or so on. There is a limit, right? So that is something which is very important. If you have sight, physical eyesight is there, I can see anything and everything around me. Right now, there are certain things. There are so many things that we see around, but maybe we like to see few things, we don't like to see few things, right? Or maybe you have some things are very dirty on the road, this and that, we don't go upon that, right? Whereas you have a garden or a very beautiful place also, you like to go to that place. So physical eyesight shows us everything and anything that is there around. Inner eyesight is something which guides us to look at the right things. So this is a very, you can say, a rough meaning that is there. Deep meaning of this nama is goddess Komalavati guided, in fact, guided this Varada Vedanta Acharya by blessing him with inner eyesight, meaning to know the real meaning of the Atma, Moksha, and so on, to move on the right path, to attain the knowledge which is there within us, that is knowledge of the self, and so on. You can consider in philosophical terms. So, this Komala Dandakam he composed in praise of the goddess. So, here Marichi is the Nama, Marichaye Namaha. Oh, I didn't show you the meaning. Marichihi. Tejasvinamapi tejasvitvat Marichihi. So one who is very, very lustrous. Tejasvinamaham. Amongst the Tejasvis, I am Tejasvi. Lord Krishna tells in the Gita, 10th chapter, verse 36. People who have got knowledge, you can make out, right? By the way they speak, by the way they act, and so on. So amongst people who are Tejasvi, I am more than that. So the supreme, the most supreme in all the categories, that is the Lord himself, as he describes in the 10th chapter of the Gita. So being the most lustrous, you can say, that is Marichihi. Marichaye Namaha. Now why lustrous? Lustrous in this context, what it means is having the right knowledge. Like I gave you a few everyday examples, meaning to know the inner meaning, to attain the light of knowledge which is there within all of us. That's why we are all blessed with a human birth, right? Eyesight is given for everyone. If you have to just find out food everywhere, the dog also on the roadside is doing the same thing. Why are you blessed with inner eyes also? Inner eyes is nothing but to know the inner meaning of things, to attain knowledge in the right way, and so on. So not only with physical eyesight the blessing is, even the inner eyesight also. Komalavati, goddess Komalavati, blessed Varada Vedanta Acharya. Thus, by chanting this Komala Dandakam and praying to goddess Komalavati along with Charangapani, both the Lord and the goddess, they will bless all of us also with physical eyesight as well as with the inner knowledge, which is very much essential for all of us to attain jnana, moksha, and so on. So Manichaye Namaha is this nama. Now this Komala Dandakam, I felt that because it is a part of Vishnu Sahasranama, let us not skip, let us learn it. It is quite small, but little you have to put in efforts. If you have opened the text and see. So let us learn this Komala Dandakam. I hope all of you have the text Komala Dandakam I've shared on the group, right? Okay. Now there are few who have maybe you came only to learn the Komala Dandakam. Note that this is an ongoing class. So in that we have this one topic Komala Dandakam, and that's what we are going to learn today. So Like Shyamala Dandakam, you have Komala Dandakam in place of goddess Komalavati. You have three charanas in this, so somewhat similar to Raghuvira Gadya. Maybe we might not finish learning this completely this time. We'll continue next time then. Same link, same time, every Saturday, 9 to 10. Okay. So once it's for those, I'm just telling for those who have just joined for Komala Dandakam. This Saturday, next Saturday, 9 to 10. After that, you wish to listen to the meanings of Vishnu Sahasranama, you can continue coming every Saturday. But you send me a message. I'll add you to that group. Otherwise, those who wish to learn Komala Dandakam, that's fine. Once you learn, you can move on. Okay, I will just chant once and show you the text. Then you can chant. You don't have to be afraid. Looking at the text, how will I be able to chant? Should I have to chant in one breath and so on? You don't have to worry. We'll be learning it. I'll share the audio also so you can practice. Om Shuklam Varadaram. Ah, what happened? Sorry? That is no, that Marichi is different. That Marichi is name of the sage. That is different. That Marichi, this Marichi, meaning is the same. Meaning is different. Sorry. Marichi, that's a proper noun, name of a sage. Marichi, Marichi, Atri, and so on. Okay. Komaladantakam. Om Shuklam Varadaram Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarvavignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Sadyar Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurus Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I'll chant and show that. I'll just chant the text once. And I've just come across a text. So to some extent I've just chanted it for myself and seen. Now I don't know if there are any mistakes, you have to forgive. Om Shriman Venkatanathāryah Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharya Varyo Me Sannidhatnam Sada Hridi Jayadugdhabdhitanaye. From here actually chants a Komala Dandakam. Shriman Venkatanathāryah is a common shloka. जय दुग्धाब्धितनये जय शार्ङ्गधरप्रिये जय कारुण्यसुरभे जय लावण्यवारिदे. Three charanas in all. We start with the Prathama charana. जय 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 दिव्यदिन्दीवरच्छाय कूलङ्कषस्यन्दिकालिन्दिकामन्दमन्दानिलोदञ्चि बीचि समीचिन वेणी भवत्केशपाशाति Pashatiti Just chanting the way it has to be chanted. When we learn it slow. Don't worry. Okay. I'll chant again. Jaya 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 Divyandindi Varachaya Kulankashasyanti Kalintika Manda Mandani Lodanchi Vichi Samichina Veni Bhavatkesha Pashatiti Bhuta Pathodhare Pitavasodhare Bimbashonadhare जृम्भमाणामृताभीषु बिम्बायुतेनाशु सम्प्राप्त सौन्दर्य वक्त्रारविन्दे दरस्पन्दपक्ष्मद्वैपक्षसंलक्ष्य चक्षुर्मिलिन्दे साधुस्रग्यु note this word साधुस्रग्यु गुप्तिच्छलोन्धन्मरन्दे गिरं देहि देवीडितुं त्वाभिदन्दे रथस्पर्धि कुन्दे रज्यन्मुकुन्दे शरत्पर्वचन्द्र क्षरच्चन्द्रिका खर्व गर्वैक सर्वङ्कषस्फार रोचिस्फुरन्मन्दहासे रसच्चन्द्रहासे तनीयोनद भ्रूयुगीयोपमानीय दामोदमानेषु चञ्च रासे दयासारसारो लसदृग्विलासे ततो भक्तिभाजां कृतां हो निरासे मणिमण्डलप्रोलसत्कुण्डले तज्जितोदग्रभाभानुमन्मण्डले कम्बुदुष्प्राप कण्ठाभयालङ्कृते कंसजित्सत्कृते कञ्जगर्भस्थिते कुम्भिकुम्भप्रतिद्वन्द्विवक्षोरुहे बाहुदम्बोलसत्कल्पकानोकहे शातकुम्भद्युते साधुकुम्भस्तुते हे सरस्वतस्तुते दुर्ग्रहाकारमध्ये महाभोगिमध्ये शयाधीशवक्षस्थलावासशीले किलाशास्य नीले कलापुष्कले मञ्जुषिञ्जानमञ्जीरचञ्चत्पदे किञ्च कञ्चत्पदे सर्वसम्पत्प्रदे. This is प्रथमचरणः. द्वितीयचरणः कमितुररसि कौस्तुभावा परीवाहबाला तपोदार पादारविन्दप्रभे पाहि पद्मे शुभे पद्मसञ्चा संलाचिते प्रत्तसन्वाञ्छिते भक्तलोकाञ्छिते वेदान्तवेद्येन दुर्निग्रहोर्दीर्ण दौर्गत्यवेद्येन वद्ये वधूमातृदुष्प्राप सद्रूपधेये जगत्पावयन्नामधेये हरेरूपधेयानुरूपे दृशा निर्जितत्रस्तसद्रूपधेये वपुःशोभयाधो भवज्जातरूपेति लावण्यरामा समाजाविरामे रमे मञ्जुकञ्चत्स्फुरत्पाणिपाथोरुहे बम्भ्रमद्भम्बर प्रेयसि पालिका मोहविश्राणन प्रक्रियैकाग्र पुङ्खानुपुङ्खानुधावत्कटाक्षप्रवाहे मृणालप्रतिस्पर्धिवाहे ललाटे लसच्चित्रकीचक्रितन्यङ्कुनाभे सुधायासनाभेनुभावातुला विप्रभास्वत्तुला कोटियुक्ते मृतस्यन्दिसूक्ते अभिबन्धारु मन्दारु सन्तानशाखे विशाखेशलोकेश मेदे शयानादिनानादिवौकौ विराराधिते भारती वन्दिते पार्वती नन्दिते वासवी सेविते कासमादेविते. Bharati, Parvati both has to be included. Though it is in praise of goddess Mahalakshmi, Durga Lakshmi Saraswati union is shown here. Bharati, Saraswati, Parvati, Durga. तृतीय चरणम अयि जननिदया सुदासार संप्लावितापाङ्गसम्भावितो यस्त्वया वासभूमिश्रियानन्यसाधारणीभूतया सृष्यते तावदद्युष्यते तद्गृहद्वार मुद्यन्मदैरद्रिवद्बन्धुरैरप्युदञ्चन्मरुद्बान्धवैः सैन्धवैरंशुमन्मण्डली नन्दनैः स्यन्दनैः पत्तिभिः प्राप्तसम्पत्तिभिर्विस्मृतापत्तिभिः संहतिर्वैरिणां तेन सञ्जीयते. When you chant this, you have to chant it at this pace. Varada Vedanta Acharya did this. That's why he has composed this in like a Gadyam or a Dandakam. If you see, the first four lines don't have a full stop. It will come with practice. Of course, I also broke in two places. But as now you don't have to worry. I will not be able to chant at this pace. It comes with practice. So it's okay even if you take a pause and chant. But it has to be chanted this way. Only where you have those full stops or exclamation marks, there is what you have to stop. जायते तद्विषां प्राणनं काननं तस्य चेदाननं भारती मञ्जुभद्रासनं शासनं तस्य चेत् सर्वं सहाधीशचूडायते तद्वशीभो भवित्युर्वशीभूयते तत्परीरम्भ संरम्भयारम्भया वाहनं तस्य चैरावतो वाथवा वारिदो गीयते तद्दशः सर्वहाहादिगन्धर्ववर्गैरलं पुष्कलं तद्यशस्त्रोतसा सर्वदिक्पूर्यते तस्य सिद्ध्यन्ति नानापुमर्ता विना तेन केवा समर्था जनाः किं परं वर्ण्यते यत्तवापाङ्गतो विश्वमेतच्चरस्तावराकारमध्येद्यते पाहि पद्मालये पाहि पद्मानने पाहि कारुण्यसिन्धो नमस्ते समस्तेप्सि दार्तप्रदानैकदानैकहस्ते मुहुस्ते पुनस्ते नमस्ते समस्ते नमस्ते नमः सामादिश्रुतिघोषितात्मविभवा हेमारविन्दासना दामादः कृतदिव्यकाञ्चनरुचिः सोमाभिरामानना रामाशार्ङ्गधरस्य कोमललता नामास्तु भूमौ सुतां सीमा सद्गुणसम्पदामविरत क्षेमाय भामामणिः पत्युः प्रभावलैकौस्तुभ वैजयन्ती श्रीवत्सभूषणमुरः परिभूषयन्ती दुग्धाम्बुराशिकुलमङ्गलवैजयन्ती श्रीकोमलास्तु सततं सुगुणैर्जयन्ती. इति श्रीकोमलादण्डकं सम्पूर्णं कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. Shri Mahalakshmi Devi ki jai. With this you conclude Komala Dandakam. Okay. Could everyone make out to some extent? I hope I chanted it to some extent well. Let's see how it goes. Wait. Now, wait. Yeah, once we learn, you can make out how we can learn. Don't worry. Okay. Now, anyways, Sanskrit tell. Correct. So why it is so is because it doesn't have a full stop in between. So that's why Raghuveera Gadyam, if you see, one second, Saraswati ji hold on. One second. How do we learn this? For that you have come here. Don't worry, I'm here. Right? So let's see. Whatever little I know, we'll learn. Okay. So the point is, Raghuveera Gadyam, if you see, it is still more. The length is more. Komala Dandakam, the length is not that more. But it is there in the form of paragraphs, only 3 paragraphs. If you see, actually the length is not much. But words, if you see, are little like a twister and you don't have a full stop. But in case of all of you now, it it might happen that we cannot chant things in one breath, like it happened even for me, right? I had to also take a pause in between. It doesn't happen that way, so you don't have to worry on that part. It comes with practice. So anyways, you have the audio now. Let's see, I have to still record the audio. It's just that I didn't have this in mind at all. 8:50 I felt, okay, why not we also learn this instead of just randomly telling your Varada Vedanta Acharya he composed something called Komala Dandakam. Just leave it there. Hardly anyone will go and actually check, right, what is Komaladandakam. So then that's when even I googled and I checked what exactly is Komaladandakam, what is the background behind it. So that's why I told you before only. I have not chanted this before. I don't know it, but just the first time I looked, I'm just, that's why I told you there can be mistakes, right, when I've not gone through it. So let me practice it once or twice more and then I will record it so that you have it properly with all of you. Okay, so at least today. So you don't have to worry. It is, let me not say it's easy or difficult. With the grace of the Lord, it should happen. Let's see. So, um, but we have to learn. You must not give up. So, whoever has come today, ensure that you come next Saturday also, so that you learn this well. And, anyways, if you want to listen to the Vishnu Sahasranama, you can join. Okay. So, first, let us start learning. Ask, ask. Hmm. Hmm. Sudha, Sudhar. What did I chant? Did I chant Sadhu? I don't know. Okay. I chanted Sadhu? No, then it should be Sudha Satak. Sudha Sadyuk, Sudha Sadryukti. Sudha Sadryugukti. That's how is the word. Okay, let's at least stand the first two verses. Shriman Venkatanataryaha Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharyavaryo me Sannidattam Sada Hridi Shriman Venkatanataryaha Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharyavaryo me Sannidattam Sada Hridi Indrajit, Shriman Venkatanathāryah Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharya Varyo me Sannidattam Sada Hridi Krishnavani ji, Shriman Venkatanathāryah Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharyavaryo me Sannidattam Sada Hridi Shriman Venkatanathāryah Kavitarkikakesari Vedantacharyavaryo me Sannidattam Sada Hridi Jaya Dugdhabditanaye Dugdhabditanaye Ksheerasagartanaye. She is a daughter of ocean, milk ocean. That is Dugdhabditanaye Jaya Dugdhabditanaye Jaya Shargadhara Priye. The beloved of one who holds the Sharanga Pani. Jaya Karunya Surabhe Jaya Lavanya Vyaridhe Jaya Dugdhabditanaye जय शार्ङ्गधर प्रिये जय कारुण्यसुरभे जय लावण्यवारिधे हनुमान जी जय दुग्धाब्धितनये जय शार्ङ्गधर प्रिये जय कारुण्यसुरभे जय लावण्यवारिधे हनुमान जी जय दुग्धाब्धितनये जय जय शार्ङ्गधर प्रिये जय कारुण्यसुरभे जय लावण्यवारिधे जय दुग्धाब्धितनये जय शार्ङ्गधर प्रिये जय कारुण्यसुरभे जय लावण्यवारिधे प्रथम चरणः. Now this you can chant in any tune because it is not a padyam. Okay, it's only a gadyam, dandakam if you see prose. So there can be different tunes in which you chant. Roughly I took up the tune of Raghuveera Gadyam, what I felt came in. You can chant in any tune, not even as a tune, you can even read it as a prose, no problem. जय 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 दीव्यन्दिन्दीवरच्छाय कूलङ्कषस्यन्दि कालिन्दिकामन्द मन्दानिलोदञ्चि वीचि समीचीन वेणी everywhere it is dirgha वीचि समीचीन वेणी so we have to also chant it accordingly वीचि समीचीन वेणी भवत्केश पाशातिथि भूतपाथोदरे जय 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 दीव्यन्दिन्दी वरच्छाय कूलङ्कष स्यन्ति कालिन्दी कामन्द मन्दानिलोदञ्चि वीची समीचीन वेणी भवत्केश पाशातिथि भूत पाथोधरे श्यामला जी जय 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 श्यामला जी चाट दिव्यन्दिन्दी दिव्यदिन्दी वरच्छाय कूलङ्कष स्यन्ति कालिन्दी कामन्दमन्दा निलोदञ्चि वीची समीचीनवेणी भवत्केशपाशा तिथिभूतपाथोदरे रेणुका जी you chant रेणुका no okay yeah chant जय 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 chant hmm. जय 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 दिव्यदिन्दी वरच्छाय कूलङ्कषस्यन्दी कालिन्दिकामन्दमन्दा निरोदञ्चि वीची समीचीनवेणी भवत्केशपाशा इति भूतपाथोदरे. Yeah. Now all of you note one thing. Yes. Once. One minute. One minute. Dindi Varacha. Where it is given? No. Davya. It should be Divya. Divya. It is a printing error. It should be Divya. 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 It might be a printing error. The E would have gone. Dindi. Divya. It should be Divya. Jaya Jaya Jaya. You make the correction. Jaya 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 Divya Dindi Varachaya Ulankasha. Now everyone note, you make keep a pencil in hand and break. Otherwise it will become difficult. So keep a, if today you don't have, next time you ensure that you have. So keep a pencil in hand and just put small lines so you know exactly where you have to break. Jaya 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 Divya Dindi break Varachaya break Kulankasha Sandika Kamanda Manda Nile Nilodanchi Vichi Samichina Veni Bhavatkesha Tithi Bhuta Pathodhare. Initially, because we are learning, we have to break and chant this way. If you chant together, जय 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 दिव्यदिन्दीवरच्छाय कूलङ्कषस्यन्ति कालिन्ति कामन्दमन्दानिलोदञ्चि वीची समीचीनवेणि भवत्केशपाशातिथि भूतपाथोधरे. This way it has to. Okay. So today time is up. We have just learned the first line of Prathama Charanaha. We continue next time. So next time, note that once we finish Komala Dandakam, we continue looking at the namas of Vishnu Sahasranama. So you can, we meet again next Saturday, same time.